Sal Talks Tech. I'm gonna give you guys some tips on how to get through your software engineering bootcamp. So if you guys aren't familiar with who I am, I'm Sal Talks Tech, and I've been through 2 boot camps. One was a front end software engineering bootcamp called General Assembly, and the other one was a Java full stack software engineering bootcamp. And if you guys want to check out a review on General Assembly that I did, I'll leave the link either up here or down in the description. Feel free to go check it out. And it pretty much goes over like what we'll do. And if you're not really familiar with boot camps, like definitely suggest you to go check out that video, and you'll learn a lot from what software engineering boot camps even are, and a cool little review on one that I've been to. So go check it out. Link will be down in the description. But anyway, let's go on about some tips and tricks on how to get through the software engineering boot camp and some things that I did. So for my very first tip, it's a very, very important one, just so you're able to really get the grasp of the software engineering bootcamp and really focus on it. And that first tip is going to be to not compare yourself to anybody. There's going to be people coming in and out of these boot camps with different level of experiences, different level of expertise. There's people that have come in that already have jobs, like maybe they need this, maybe they need to take this to get a promotion or to get a job, or whatever the case may be. All situations vary. So especially if you're brand new, you're starting out, this is your first one, you don't want to compare yourself to somebody else. I did this a lot in the beginning, I'm not gonna lie. I used to compare myself, like, oh, let's compare my projects to their projects. And one of the biggest things I would say is to not even worry about that. That's just taking away from your focus on what you should actually be focusing on, which is the software engineering portion of the bootcamp. Don't try to compare yourself to other people. That's just going to throw your focus off, and just focus on what you need to do and focus on becoming better. It'll help your mindset and help you progress more as a software engineer. If you are going to compare somebody, compare yourself to yourself from yesterday. That's something that really, really helped me. So another thing you guys can do is writing things down and taking notes. It seems obvious, like, obviously you're going to be writing stuff, you're going to be coding and stuff, obviously, but writing things down and keeping track of those things and just developing a notes folder. Like, watch, I can actually show you guys. Like, literally, guys, if you just come here onto your desktop and then you just go to new folder like that, and you just make this as a notes folder like that. So in here you can come in here, you can make some more folders, like depending on whatever you're learning. I would just make a notes folder for like for one of my boot camps. I had like front end, and then another one could be back end, and then another one can be like databases. Like, you can always come in here, where this notes folder is, and just organize all your notes. And front end, something you can put in here obviously would be like your HTML, CSS, and then in here is where you can come in here and do a text document. And for example, like in here is something that you would put in regards to HTML, like all files must start with doc type. I don't know, like a simple rule or something, and then that way you always know that that's going to be in there, so you can always go back to these notes. Just a good way to like be able to refresh yourself. It's also like a known fact that just writing or typing something down will help you memorize that specific thing better. So it's just a good practice just to get into anyway. And guys, basically with stuff like that, if you're able to completely organize your folders and all your notes, be able not only to memorize stuff but to have access to stuff like that. Like, a lot of people will just go through the class, they'll listen, they'll do the projects and stuff like that, but they'll never actually retain that information, especially 6 months down the road when the class is already over. If you're writing these things down and you're organizing them where you can go back and learn from them again and be able to reuse them, maybe it can be a whole like code block and your explanation of how you even made that and why you made it. It'll just help you not only memorize exactly those reasonings on why you made that code block and help you the next time you make that code block, but you'll be able to even go back to that code block. Being a software engineer or developer, just a tech person in general, it's not about memorizing these things. It's about having the access to them. If you're able to go out and find what it is that you need in an efficient way, that's what makes a software engineer. It's not just about knowing it. and being able to do it. It's about having the access to it. So that's why a lot of people like use Google, they use ChatGPT. If you're good with those tools, it's actually a good thing, and sometimes can be more valuable because it shows that you're a good problem solver, you're a good critical thinker, and that's mostly what being a software engineer is about. So if you can get into that mindset, it will help you in the long run for sure. Another really good tip that I want to share with you is to study every single day. And it doesn't have to be all day, every single day. Just look, just like, don't take a day off because I don't really know how to explain it. It's like, you don't want to cut off your momentum. Just keep the momentum going and it'll help you retain the information better. And it kind of goes back to what I was saying before about comparing yourself. You want to strive to be better than the person that you were yesterday. It could just be figuring out a leak code problem. It can be figuring out a new method that you didn't really go over in class today. Like, even if you're not like going to your boot camp every single day, get on free code camp, get on data camp, get on Coursera, do something different. So that way you are still exercising your brain for the day and the momentum that you have doesn't fall off. It could just be like 10-15 minutes, even 5 minutes. I know data camp has like a daily practice. It's like 5 minutes long. It's like multiple choice. Like even that would be super beneficial, just so your brain isn't just void of that content for the whole day. For more sources for you to go exercise and play with, all software engineering related, I'll leave a link to that video down in the description. So definitely go and utilize stuff like that, even on your days off. It will help you in the long run. Another tip for somebody that's going to a boot camp would be try to work with other people as much as you can, because that's going to be a major part of your job as a software engineer. And when you're working in groups, don't be scared to share your ideas and ask other people about their ideas and how they might have came up with that. Other people are going to have good ideas. You're going to come up with some good ideas, and be active in those conversations, and also ask questions. Talk to your professor after class if you need to. Don't be shy to do that, because like I said, when you're working on the job, there's going to be a lot of collaboration. People are going to want to do things a certain way, and you're going to have to ask them how they want it done. And never be afraid to like share your code. I guarantee the people that share their code the most are the ones that'll learn the most. Speak your mind and ask questions. In General Assembly, my professor always told me, you're not the only one with that question, as in somebody else is thinking the exact same question that you're about to ask, so just ask anyway. My last tip that I want to give you guys before the end of this video is to have fun. Enjoy the process of learning. That's all a software engineer is. It's just a person that's just going to continue to learn tech stuff. So really just have fun and learn things that you want to learn. That was a big mindset change that I had. I thought that there was like a certain thing that I should learn, like a industry standard that I should learn, but in reality it's just about learning the things that you want to learn and continuing to practice them and to learn more about them and to find a niche that you really enjoy and keep working with that. So just remember that in your software engineering bootcamp, that it's all just a learning process, and to really enjoy the learning process. If you don't understand something, it's okay. You have more time to study that more. Write those things down, go back to them, watch a different YouTube video on that certain topic, reread your notes, and just stick with it, and just know that it's all a learning process. And as long as you progress from yesterday, it's a good day. For all the people in software engineering boot camps, you got this. If you're looking for any more tips, tricks, just leave it down in the comment section. I'll be sure to get to them. If you like this kind of video, give it a thumbs up, and I appreciate y'all. Wish y'all the best of luck. God bless. I'm out of here.